A ONG israelense B'Tselem, a Human Rights Watch e a Anistia Internacional publicaram longos relatórios denunciando que os palestinos estão sendo submetidos a um sistema de apartheid. A Corte Internacional de Justiça está agora analisando 6 décadas de opressão israelense sobre os palestinos, além das acusações de genocídio apresentadas pela África do Sul. Apenas para lembrar a nossa audiência, Apartheid foi o nome originalmente usado para caracterizar o regime racista liderado por uma minoria branca na África do Sul, antes de ser desmantelado devido à pressão internacional, possibilitando a chegada de Nelson Mandela à presidência. Gideon, você poderia explicar por que o termo apartheid pode ser aplicado a Israel, tanto na Cisjordânia como em Jerusalém Oriental? O que você poderia dizer sobre os palestinos que têm o direito de viver em Israel? São cidadãos de segunda classe? O quanto a situação deles piorou a partir de 2018 com a lei do Estado-nação aprovada pelo governo Netanyahu?
So, if it is apartheid or not, it's not a question of political opinion. It's a factual question. And anyone who has doubts is invited to go to the West Bank. And in the West Bank, what will you see? You will see 2 villages, one next to the other. One village gains all the resources, water, electricity, land, almost in an unlimited way. The inhabitants of this village have all the civil rights you can imagine yourself. They can participate, obviously, in the elections to the Israeli parliament. They have Israeli passports, they have freedom of movement, freedom of speech, and they live in democracy. The village just next by to them, many times it's a few hundred meters between the villages. The people there, Palestinians, who are, by the way, much longer there, many more generations in this village, on this land, they have very limited resources in terms of water, electricity. Many times they have none. They have very little land. Most of their land was confiscated by the settlement which is next to them. And above all, they have no civil rights, nothing. They are one of the few peoples in the world who don't have any citizenship. They are not citizens of any country in the world. They have no rights, not freedom of movement. The beach, for example, of Tel Aviv is like half an hour away from their homes, can never get there. They are locked in a reality under the wall, the separation wall. And all this division is because of ethnic identity. In one village, they are Jews and they have everything. In the next village, they are Palestinians and they have nothing. How else can you call it but apartheid? And it's time to realize it. Now, Israel claims it's the only democracy in the Middle East. That's very nice to hear. But you cannot be a democracy with having an apartheid system in your backyard. The West Bank is part of Israel in many ways. It's under the control of Israel for 55 years. So how dare you to call yourself a democracy when this reality is taking place in your backyard? There are another kind of Palestinians that you refer to, and those are the Palestinians who are citizens of Israel, those who live within the 67 border. They are 20% of the population, and they have basic civil rights like in a democracy. They have passports, they have the right to vote and to be elected to the Israeli parliament. They have freedom of movement, freedom of speech, but much more limited than Jews, especially like now in times of war. But they are deeply discriminated in any field of life, from budgets to the legal system, from opportunities, working places. For example, Israel is now 75 years old, 76 years old. There was never established a new Palestinian town or village in all those years, while in Israel there were so many new villages and towns. So I wouldn't call this an apartheid. That's a very discriminating regime within Israel. And obviously the law of nation, the nation law that you referred to, made things also official. What was before just practical facts on the ground, the law of nation, the nation law, made it also official. Israel declared itself as a country, as a society with Jewish supremacy.